Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to talk about how Meta Conversions API work in GoHighLevel workflows. More specifically, what's the difference between a funnel event and a lead event when you are using Conversions API in GoHighLevel workflows. So without further ado, let's get started. So what we will cover in this video, let's talk about that first. We will talk about what is Conversions API, how does GoHighLevel send data through Conversions API, and what are funnel events, what are lead events, what's the basic difference between these two types of events when you're sending data from GoHighLevel workflows to Meta. So what is Conversions API? It's basically a tracking method, which we call server-side tracking. So previously, there used to be pixel codes. We used to install our pixel code on the website or on the landing page, and then we used to put some other codes in the browser side on the thank you page. So that was considered browser-level tracking. Now, because Conversions API has been introduced for a while, we use this type of tracking, which is known as server-side tracking. So server as in we use GoHighLevel as our server. When we receive the lead in GoHighLevel, which is our server, we send tracking information to Meta using Conversions API. So that's basically the server-side tracking for you. Tracks data like website actions, app events, or offline sales. So if we receive a lead, that's known as a website action. App events, offline sales. So if you sell someone something and that's marked down in GoHighLevel, you can actually send that event through Conversions API. That's basically the main use case of having Conversions API in place. Makes tracking much more accurate than browser codes. So when we used to have browser level tracking, we used to install the pixel code on the website, and then on the thank you page, we used to put the lead event tracking. That was all good, but that couldn't track a few things. Because of the iOS update, tracking became very difficult. A lot of tracking data was missed. That's why Conversions API or server-side tracking is much more reliable than depending on browser-level tracking. So how does GoHighLevel send data through Conversions API? Because GoHighLevel hosts our funnels and manages our CRM data on its own servers, it can send data or event data directly to Meta's API endpoint. So GoHighLevel has configured Conversions API in the backend, and because we are hosting our funnels, we are creating funnels in GoHighLevel, we are creating the forms, surveys, calendars, everything is being created inside GoHighLevel, and we have the pipeline created in our GoHighLevel account. Whenever we take an action, using that as a trigger, we can send data through Conversions API to Meta. So where are we actually sending the data? We are sending the data to the pixel or the data set. What method are we using to send that data? We are using Conversions API. So that's basically the method of sending data or the process of sending the data, and we are sending the data to Meta, specifically to the Meta pixels. Once the event occurs, GHL's server packages the data. So if someone, let's just say if someone fills out a form on our funnel page, what happens is GoHighLevel will receive that data, their name, email, phone number, any other information that they have submitted in that form. That data will be packaged by GoHighLevel internally. So you don't have to package that data yourself. It does it for you. Package includes event name, event time, hashed info. Hashed info means encrypted info. So their email, phone number, any sensitive information gets encrypted. That's basically known as hashed info. Hey there everyone, just wanted to take a few seconds from this video to talk about my school community, where if you join, first of all, you get to ask me questions about high level, Google Ads, Meta Ads, SMMA, anywhere you're stuck in the build, any issues you're facing on anything. You can see there's loads of questions in the community. We interact here all the time. Then you can have access to all my courses in the classroom. I have courses on GoHighLevel automation, AI, courses on Google PPC ads, Meta ads, how to launch your SMMA, how to scale your SMMA, and a bunch of other stuff. Also, there's a template library you can see here. A lot of resources on Google Ads, Meta Ads, funnels, GoHighLevel workflows. There are built-in snapshots ready to go. Literally load into your account and then start using them. Loads of GoHighLevel CSS, and I'm adding stuff to it every day. And one of my most favorite things in the community is the calendar section, where we have a couple of events going on every week. First of all, there's the weekly Q&A. Secondly, there's the weekly coaching session, where we cover a specific topic every week, and then we do a short Q&A on that topic. So if you want to join the community, there's a link in this video's description, which will take you to the sign up page, and I will see you on the other side. Now let's get back to the video. So GoHighLevel does that in the backend, and then we send a funnel event. So when we are designing our workflow to send Conversions API data, basically this action, Meta Conversions API, if we want to track conversions, let's just say we are running a campaign and the campaign or the ads are sending traffic to a landing page, and that landing page was created in GoHighLevel, and that landing page has a form in it. Let's just keep things very simple here. When the form is submitted by someone who clicked on the ad and visited that page, when he or she submits that form, we will have to send a funnel event because the action they took it on a funnel page. That's why we are sending a funnel event. So that's basically the funnel event for you. Once someone takes an action on a funnel, whether they submitted a form or submitted a survey or visited a page or booked an appointment in the calendar, these are actually funnel events. And these events will have to be sent via CAPI from GoHighLevel workflows to Meta, or more specifically the pixel. So once the pixel receives a funnel event from GoHighLevel, the pixel will mark it down as a conversion in that campaign. And I'm talking about the same campaign that sent that traffic through to that funnel page. The campaign sends funnel traffic to the funnel page. That traffic converts. GoHighLevel sends data to the pixel, and the pixel marks down that as a conversion in that campaign. So that's basically why we use funnel events. Now, I'm not going to show you how to set up these workflows because I've covered them multiple times. They're in my channel. So just go ahead and watch how to set up Conversions API in GoHighLevel. There are more than 2 or 3 videos currently in my channel. So you can watch that and then learn how to set up CAPI. But I'm just going to show you the difference between the funnel events and the lead events in this video. That's it. So funnel events tracks website or landing page activity. Trigger for the workflow can be form submitted, survey submitted, customer booked appointment, order form submitted. So these triggers are happening on a funnel page or on any widget. So form submitted, they're submitting a form. Survey submitted, submitting a survey. Customer booked appointment, so they used the calendar. Order form submitted, they used the order form to buy something from us. So these are all funnel events. When you are designing a workflow to send Conversions API data through, you have to use any of these as a trigger. Otherwise, it won't work. Can be used for conversion tracking on your Meta ad campaign. Again, when you want to track conversions, you want the campaign to know how many leads came through from that campaign, you have to use the funnel events. In the drop down, when you are creating that Conversions API action in your workflow, you have to select funnel event. And then from here, the event name will be whatever the event name is. So if it's form submitted or survey submitted, it can be lead. If it's calendar appointment booked, it could be schedule. If it's an order form submission, if they submitted an order form to buy something from you, you'll have the event name as purchase. Moving on, when you select funnel event, the drop down asks for an event name: lead, purchase, initiate checkout, complete registration, etc., etc. So when you use funnel events, you have the option to select the event you're sending through from GoHighLevel to Meta using CAPI, right? Again, if they submit a form, it will be lead. If they submit survey, it can be again a lead. If they book an appointment, it could be schedule. If they submit an order form, then you can say purchase. Like, the event name can change depending on what action they're taking. That's the funnel events. What is a lead event? So a lead event, as opposed to funnel events, is not sending conversion tracking data. When you use a lead event in this drop down, when you're creating a Conversions API action, you're not actually sending conversions tracking data. Instead, you're sending what's called a quality signal. The lead events will only work with pipeline-based triggers. So let's just say you have a pipeline, and the pipeline is called a leads pipeline, and you have new leads, contacted, booked an appointment, attended appointment, purchased, ghosted, qualified lead, all these stages in your pipeline. Whenever you moved someone to a specific stage, let's just say you moved someone from booked appointment to attended appointment. And because this person attended the appointment, this is a good lead, obviously. And because this is a good lead, I want Meta to know that Meta gave me this lead, and I'm asking Meta by sending this lead through that I want more leads like this. So we are just sending quality signals to Meta, asking for similar leads, basically training Meta to give us more leads like that. So when you have such a use case, you will be using lead event, not use funnel event, because funnel events are just for tracking funnel events, the events that occur on a funnel or a landing page. When you change their pipeline stage, you'll be using lead event. As you can see, there's one more field here which didn't exist in funnel events, which is stage name. So stage name here, it will be the name of the stage they were moved to. So if you moved someone from booked appointment to attended appointment, the stage name will be obviously attended appointment. So when you're sending a lead event, you're also letting Meta know what stage in your pipeline they were moved to. That is basically the quality signal that you're sending. And you don't have to map this with any pixel data, or you don't have to do any configurations on your pixel. This is where people get the most confused. Meta used to have this funnel mapping strategy in the past, but they recently removed that. So basically what's happening is when you're sending a lead event, all you can do now is sent through the name of the stage they were moved to. So if they were moved to attended appointment, for example, the stage name is attended appointment, you just send the name of the stage. That's it. No additional mapping required, nothing else required. Meta's AI will interpret this as the quality of what stage they're in. It will understand it in the backend. You don't have to configure anything extra for that. Lead events tracks CRM progression. So user moved to any stage. Let's just say you have a stage called sold in your pipeline. If you move someone to sold, you can send a lead event and say the stage name is sold. So you're just basically sending them quality signals of your leads. So if someone's qualified, you're letting Meta know that this person is qualified. If someone purchased something from you, you're letting Meta know that, okay, this person that you sent from your ads is qualified and purchased something from us, and we want more people like this. We want our ads to be shown to people like this. So it's essentially a feedback loop for lead quality, which we've already covered. Only works with leads coming from lead forms, Facebook instant forms. This is something that GoHighLevel has claimed, although I don't think that's the case, because if someone comes from funnels, they should also be able to be sent through the lead events, which I have seen happening, but I don't know. It's really weird that GoHighLevel would claim such a thing, that lead events only work with instant forms. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. If you're using instant forms, the lead quality is not that good. So you will need lead events for instant forms more than anything else. Cannot be used for conversion tracking on your Meta ad campaign. So when you're sending lead events, they won't be counted as conversions in the pixel. They will just be counted as quality signals or lead quality information in the pixel. Only trigger is pipeline stage changed. So when you are creating a workflow to send lead events using CAPI, the only trigger you can use is pipeline stage changed, because when you change their pipeline stage, that's when you send the lead event through CAPI. When you select lead event, you need to send the pipeline stage name. Example, attended appointment, purchased, closed. So depending on what your stage name is, you'll have to send that data in the stage name here. Otherwise, the quality signals won't work. So when a user fills out a Facebook lead form, Meta generates a unique 15+ digit code called lead ID. This ID is the primary key for the lead event system. So when this is all GoHighLevel's information, I found it in the official Meta Conversions API document. I can actually link that in this video's description as well, so you can have a look. All they're saying is when a lead comes through from Meta using lead forms to GoHighLevel, a lead ID, which is a 15+ digit code, is generated, and this ID is the key when you're sending a lead event via CAPI. So the entire conversion leads optimization system is built to answer one question: what happened to lead ID? This. So basically, you're sending a lead event to Meta from GoHighLevel saying that we have received this lead and this is the current status of that lead. That's it. So when we move them to a pipeline stage, GHL sends a lead event to the pixel, letting it know about its CRM progress. Where are they in the pipeline? Where are they in our sales journey? That's it. Meta interprets the quality of the lead based on the pipeline stage. With that being said, this is the difference between funnel event and lead event. One is for conversion tracking, another is for quality assurance, or sending quality signals and training Meta to give you better leads. So hopefully now it makes a lot more sense. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on the video or anything else. More than happy to answer. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.